Welcome friends! Today we are going to build a personal portfolio website using react.js. So as you see here we have some navbar, then a left and a right side for our about section. If you scroll down here we see that we have some services, so you see the title here and some text. When you go below the services, here we have a contact section. So as you see here on the left side the cards and on the right side here the form. And then we have some testimonials, so you see here the testimonials. And lastly here the footer. We can navigate through the different sections using our navbar as you see here. So this is how our website will going to look like. See you in VS Code. Hello friends, let's start developing. So the first part is here making the client folder, then open the terminal, here cd client, and then npx create react app space and here a dot. This will initialize our React application. Okay, so our React application has been initialized. Let's install our dependencies. So npm I typed, then react icons, then remix icons, and lastly we're going to install swiper. So this will be our dependencies here. So let's click here enter, and while they are installing I'm going to make here the folder structure. So let me close here the terminal, and here you see here we have the default files, but you see here we have a folder assets with some images. While the React application has been initializing, I got the images here from the GitHub, so you can go to my GitHub and you can get those images like this. So you go here, source, assets, and you see here there are the images, so you can get them from there. So this is our website that is finished. So of course we need to get to this level. Okay, so let me close here the images and let me remove here the boilerplate style. So I'm going to select those 5 files that you see here and delete. Then I'm going to make the components here, the components folder, and inside the components folder I'm going to make here several folders. So the first folder that I would make is about folder, then I'm going to make contacts. After contacts I'm going to make the footer, then the navbar. After the navbar I'm going to make here services, and lastly I'm going to make testimonials like this. So for each folder I'm going to make 2 files, one for the JSX and one for the CSS. So let's start with the about. So about.jsx rfce, then about.module.css. I'm going to use CSS modules which are basically vanilla CSS, so if you never use them, don't worry, you have nothing to learn, don't worry. Okay, then contacts.jsx rfce, so the same, so contacts.module.css, and then we import it. So import classes from /contacts.module.css. Okay, then for the footer, so footer.jsx rfce, and then the styling sheet for the footer. Let's import it. Import classes from like this. The next is the navbar, so navbar.jsx rfce, navbar.module.css. Let's import the styling sheet for the navbar, and we have 2 more left. Okay, so here the services JSX rfce, services.module.css, and if you wonder what is this rfce thing here, it is an extension that is here. So ES7 React Redux snippets, React native snippets. Ooh. Okay, then the next here is to import the styling sheet for the services, and lastly we have here for the testimonials. So testimonials.jsx rfce, testimonials.module.css, and lastly here we import it. So that's it for the folder structure. I suggest to you that we go here to app.js and import every single component beforehand, because we could forget and wonder why it is not displayed. So here we import here the navbar first. After the navbar, I import the module, then services, then here contacts, testimonials, and lastly we import the footer. So this will be our components, and they should be displayed, they must be displayed in that order you see here: navbar, about, services, contacts, testimonials, and footer. Okay, so I'm going to close here everything but the navbar. So our first component that we are going to write is the navbar. So let's start. So our navbar here is going to have a classes.container. So in CSS modules, this is how you write classes. Classes.container. This is like an object that holds all of our class names. This is the only difference that I can right now get to my mind. And this is how you write the classes. So dot classes.wrapper, this is for a div. You can type here div, but it is by default like this, a div. If I wanted to type an h2, I must write it like this, or h3 in this case. Okay, you get the point. So like this, click enter, and we have the wrapper. After the wrapper, we have here a left side and then a right side. So in our left side here, we're going to have an h2 with the text of Web Dev Mania, the channel name. Then for the right side here, we're going to have a UL, so unordered list with the class name of list. And then we're going to have here a list item with the class name of, you guessed, a list item. And inside the list item, I'm going to have here an anchor tag here with the href of just a hash symbol. And inside, I'm going to have here home. Of course, that's not going to be only AY, so I'm going to copy here and paste it several times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we paste it just 4 times. And lastly here, inside our UL, we're going to have here a button with the class name here of getQuote, and the text in the button, getQuote, and the text is going to be get a quote. Okay, so this is for our JSX. We just need here to change the text content. So here about, and here the hash symbol, hash about, then below about, services, here services, then contacts, and here testimonials. Okay, and of course for the hash symbol, testimonials. So this is for our JSX. Let's go here to the styling sheet. So I can open it like this and split the screen so you guys see what I'm styling. Okay, so of course the first thing that we must have is the container. The container is going to receive here a background color of white, then a height of 60 pixel, width of 100%. It is going to be a sticky positioning, so position sticky, then top 0, left is going to be of 0, the index is going to be 9999 because it's going to be the topmost, it's going to be above every single component. And here there's a box shadow that I can just go here to the GitHub because it's a little bit long. So guys, here go to the GitHub, personal portfolio website, source, here components, navbar, navbar.module.css, and this is the box shadow that I want to copy. I don't want to type it manually, it is going to take me a lot of time. So here just copy paste, and this is our box shadow. And in order to see the changes here, of course I need to start here my React application. So cd client npm run start, and it is going to be started in just a second. Okay, so you see it is already been started, so we can see the changes. After the container here we have the wrapper, and the wrapper is going to receive a width of 85%, margin of 0 auto to center it on the left and right side. Then we're going to receive a padding of 0.75 IRM and 1.25 IRM. So this is for the top and bottom, this is for the left and right side. Okay, after the padding here we have a display of flags to make our items here in a row, then justify content space between to make them on the other side of each other, and then align items of center to center them. So cannot resolve index.css. Here into the index.js I forgot here to remove that boilerplate code, those imports here. So let's remove them. You see here what we have only left, those three imports and this thing here. So closing the index.js, let's see what we have here. Okay, but in order to make our website look beautiful, we need to have some default styling. So let's go back here to the VS Code and to app.css. So you see here app.css. Let's remove everything into the app.css and let's start typing some default stylings. So here box sizing will be of border box, then margin is going to be 0, padding is going to be here of 0, then user select is going to be here none, font family will be Roboto, which is not from HTML, we need to import it, don't worry, it takes 30 seconds. And here a fallback of sans serif if something goes wrong. And lastly here, smooth behavior, scroll behavior of smooth. So this Roboto thing here, we need to import it from somewhere. So let's go here to Google Fonts, click enter, and you see here fonts.google.com. So I have already imported it. So let me go here to the front page to show the entire process. So the Roboto here is literally the first family, the font family. It's literally the first. So you click here on Roboto, you scroll down, and there are the Roboto for different fonts. So with the minus are those that I have already selected, and here the plus are those that I could select if I want. So I can select this thing here, or I can remove it like this. Okay, so after you select a couple of these fonts and their different boldness, you go here. You see here on the top right corner, view selected families. You click here and you scroll down a little bit, and you see here this thing here. You can copy it just by clicking on this button. Go to the VS Code, but before, just I want to close it. Go to the VS Code, public index.html, and just paste it here. This is literally that all it takes. It is a very easy process. I have done this a lot of times. Okay, so let me close here the public. Let's go here back to the navbar because we still need to style it, and let's split the screen as we had previously. Okay, so we were done with the wrapper. The next thing is to style the H2. So here I'm going to write here left and the right comment. Even though in the left we have only this, I just love to separate it like this. Okay, so for the left we're going to style just the H2, and it is going to receive here a font size of 28 pixel, font weight of 600, a color of a hash color, so 01A, 0A1 ACF. So this is the color. And lastly, a cursor of pointer. So let me go here. You see how it is looking, but we still have a long way to go. Okay, so for the right side here, so dot right, we're going to start here the list, which is going to receive a list style of none to remove those points here that we have. So list style of none, then display of flex, align items of center, and gap of 20 pixel. Then I'm going to start the individual list item. So list item is going to receive a font size of 18 pixel, font weight of 500, and this is just for the list item. Then list item, and we're going to start here the anchor tag, and the anchor tag is going to receive a text decoration of none. Then color is going to be of inherit, and the last style for the anchor tag is going to be here a transition of 150 milliseconds all. So the next is styling again the anchor tag, but for the hover, just for the hover. So list item, anchor tag, colon, and here hover. So the hover is going to be just color 777. We're going to change the color when we hover. After the hover, we're going to here to style the get quote. So get quote, and here outline is going to be of none, border of 1 pixel solid transparent, padding of 0.4 IRM on top and bottom, and on left and right 1 IRM. After the padding, we have a background color of this exact color that I use here, so I can just copy it for the H2 and I can paste it here. Oops, like this. Okay, after the background color, we have just a text color of white, font size of 17 pixel, border radius of 12 pixel, transition of 150 milliseconds all, and here a cursor of pointer. and of course we need to style it for the hover, so get quote colon hover, and here border color. We are going to use again this color for the border color, so you can copy it and here paste it. Then for the text color, again the same blue color, so this color, and then the background color is going to be of a white color, so FFF. So let me go here to the page, and you see our navbar has been beautifully styled. So you see here the title, here the list items that are hovered, and here when you hover on the button you see this thing here, and here we have a slight box shadow, so our navbar looks awesome. Okay, so we are ready here with the navbar. Let's go here to the about section. So our about section is going to, we have already gotten the file, so okay, let me close here the navbar, the contacts and testimonials, and let's go to the about.jsx. So for the about.jsx here we're going to import several things. So the first thing that we are going to import is here the use effect, and then the use ref from React. Then I'm going to import the AI outline arrow down, which is from React icons, /AI. Then import man image from quotes // assets / and I'm going to pick this man image.jpg. After the man image, we need to import just the init from iTyped. This iTyped is this thing you see here. So you see here a web developer, it goes back, a YouTuber, it goes back here and shows my name. So this is coming from iTyped. So let's start. Okay, so here we are going to have a section. So instead of a div here, I'm going to have a section with the ID of about, because I want to scroll when we click here on, you see here on the navbar, here we have anchor tags. Those things are connected, and they're connected by the href and the ID. So this is why here I have an ID of about. Okay, and then I'm going to have here a class name of classes.container. After this, we're going to have, of course, a wrapper. So here classes.wrapper. And inside the wrapper, we're going to have again a left and a center side. So here classes.left and classes.right. So this for our left and our right side. So our left side here is going to have first an h2 of classes.title, and here hi I am, and here a span of use ref, and the use ref is going to be title ref. So you see here we have no text here. We have no text. So let's do the thing with the iTyped. So here you see we have imported it. So let's go here above the return statement, and here const title ref is equal to use ref. Then a use effect here. So use effect here, an empty array for the dependencies, and here init title current, here comma, and here an object with the options. So I want the back delay to be just 1 second, so here in milliseconds it's 1000. Then show cursor, of course we want to show the cursor here of true, and after this the string. So here you see how we're going to type the text. So the first is here my name William, then web developer, and the last element is going to be here in the array a YouTuber. So it should be ready. Let me see here. Title is not defined here. Where I have not defined this title. Line 12. It should be title ref. Oops, my bad. Okay. So if I refresh here the page, nothing pops up. I wonder why. Here we probably have an error. Let me see here into the inspect console, and let's see here what we have. It doesn't recognize useref, cannot read properties of undefined, reading of 12. So here it should be it's title ref current. I don't know why it is behaving like this. Here you use ref title ref. Okay, we're going to debug this together. So here cannot read properties of undefined, insert. Here you see guys, here it should be not use ref, but it should be just a ref here, like this. Oops, that was a very silly mistake. And right now I know why this is bugging like this, and I'm going to show you the fix. It is taking us 10 seconds. So we go here to the VS Code index.js, and here we just remove this strict mode. This is why it is behaving like this. I intentionally wanted to show you this, the last thing. So here, if I refresh, you see here everything is working as intended and as we have expected. So this for our h2 here and the span here with the ref. Below the h2 here we have an h4 with the classes.subtitle, and we're going to have here full stack developer for the h4. Below the h4 we're going to have here a paragraph with the class name of description, and here I'm just going to paste warm. So here you type warm and click enter. This is it. You see, we click it, but the text here is too long. As you see here, I'm going to make it on several lines just to not be like this on one line. Okay, so this for our description. Then below our description we have here a div, and that div is going to receive a class name of buttons, and you probably guessed we're going to have some buttons. So the first button is here with the text contact me, and the second button is going to be button dot with the class name of see more btn, and here the text is going to be see more, and here you saw previously we have imported this. So let me copy it and let's paste this here. So AI outline arrow icon. So this is for our left side. The right side here is going to be just the image, nothing else. So here the image, and here source man image. This is it for the JSX. So we are ready with the JSX. Let's go back here, and you probably, let me refresh the page. Okay, so this image is very big. So let me go here to the about.module.css, and let's start styling it. So here of course I'm going to do the same trick with the splitting screen. Okay, so I'm just going first to go with the image because it is taking so much of our viewport, we cannot see what is happening here. So right here image, and it is going to have height of 550 pixel and object width of cover. So if I go back here, okay, right now you see the image, it's in normal size. Okay, so let's start of course with the container. So I'm going to make this below to have some spacing, and here the container is going to receive a height of calc 100 vh minus 60 pixel. You probably, okay, web dev mania, why it is minus 60 pixel? Because our height here for the navbar, you see here navbar.module.css is 60 pixels. So I want my about section to take everything but those 60 pixel. Okay, then a width of 100%, position of relative, background color is going to be here of 1721 AD. This is our background color, again blue color, and for the text we want a white. Then for the wrapper here, margin top of 15 pixel, padding of 5 IRM on all sides, width of 85 pixel, then margin of 0 auto. Below the margin we have display of flex, justify content of space between, and gap of 7.5 IRM. So you see here right now how it is looking, but okay, this iTyped sometimes behaves like this. You just need to refresh the page and it is okay. Don't worry about this. You see here right now it is normal. Okay, so this is for our wrapper. Then we have here the left and again the right side. So I'm going to split them like this. So our left side is going to receive a flex of 3, and our right side is going to receive here a flex of 1. So this means that our left side here is going to be 3 times bigger than our left side. This is what flex 1 means. If I make this, this means that they are equal right now. But if I make it like this, it means that it is 3 times bigger. So if you don't know it right now, you learn it. Okay, so just let me close it like this. And here below the left side, we're going to have here left here the title. So our here the title with hi I am, and here the web developer is going to receive the following styling. So font size of 50 pixel and font weight of 600. It's going to be quite big, I know. Then after this we're going to have here the subtitle, which is this full stack developer. So font size of 38 pixel, font weight of 500, margin top of 1.75 IRM, then margin bottom of 2.5 IRM, and lastly a color of this color. So E3, E0, E0. It is a whitish color, but not exactly white, a little bit in the gray section. So let me see right now how it is looking. If I refresh the page here, so you see how right now they are bigger and it is not a white color. You see here, this is a white color, but this is not a white color. It's not 100% white. Okay, then we go here below. So left, and here we start the description. So the description is going to have 1.5 on top and bottom, and on left and right of 0 margin. Then max width is going to be here of 68%. After this we're going to have a font size of 22, line height of 35 pixel, and lastly here again we're going to have a color which is again between light and gray, but it's different from this color. So again, type with me D8 D8. So again this color. So you see right now how it is looking. Okay, those three are ready. Again, I want to refresh the page because this I typed, you know. And of course here we have the button. So let me start here with the button. So dot buttons are going to be of margin top of 3 IRM, then display of flex, align items of center, and gap of 36 pixel. Then dot buttons are going to be here. I want to start here the first button. So you can select with this way. So here we don't have a class name because I want to show one thing. So if I want to target this contact me, I can do it like this. So colon first child, we can do it like this. So here first child is going to receive an outline of none, border of 1 pixel, solid transparent. So this means that the border is going to be the same with the background color, so you're not going to see it. Then padding of 0.75 on top and bottom, padding, and 1.25 on left and right. After this, a font size of 20 pixel, background color is going to be here of white, then a color of hash color again, so type with me 0A1 ACF. So this is again a bluish color. Then a border radius of 12 pixel, and lastly here a cursor of pointer for our first button. And here again I'm going to target the first button but with the hover effect. So I can just copy this here, dot, paste here. Why doesn't it work? Wait, I am going to copy it again. I'm just going to type it manually. It doesn't work, I don't know why. So buttons, button, first child, and here hover. So this is how we're going to start it. So for the hover, we're going to have a border color of none, of white color. So border color is going to be of a white color. Then a background color is going to be here of this color here. That's for the text color. You see this color here. So I can just copy it and paste it for the background color. And then the text color is just going to be white. So I'm going to show you the hover effect. Okay, I'm going to refresh here. And you see here how it is looking, that exact button. Okay, so this is for our first button. Then the second button is going to receive different styling. So the second button here, the C more BTN, is going to be again outline of none, then border of 1 pixel solid transparent, padding of 0.75 IRM on top and bottom, and left and right of 1.25, font size of 20 pixel, background color of a hash color, so 1721A26CB. So this color 1726CB. Then color of white, border radius of 12 pixel. After the border radius we have a cursor of pointer, display of flex, align items of center, and gap of 12 pixel. So this is for our C more BTN. Let me see how it is looking. Okay, but of course we need to apply a hover effect. and the hover effect is going to change just the background color to a different blue color. So background color, a hash color, so type with me 3948EF90. So if you go here, you can see it is a slightly more light color. So I want to refresh because this I typed, I don't know why it behaves like this. I need to refresh. And okay, so this is for our about page. You see here, it looks very beautiful. So after the about page, we need to head into the services. So let me go here to the services. So let me close here this, and here the services. So the JSX and the CSS. Okay, so of course first we start with the JSX. So again here we have a section, and the ID is going to be services. I know it is not hard to guess. Then we have here a wrapper, so classes.wrapper, and here we're going to have here a title. So a div with the class name of titles, and inside this class name of titles here I'm going to have two titles. The first is an h5 with the class name here of subtitle, which is going to have here the text of what I offer, and below an h2 here with the class name of title, and here title services. Okay, this for our div here titles and the titles inside. Then here we have here a div with the class name of cards. So classes.cards, click enter, and here inside you probably guessed when we have cards we are going to have some card. So card, and here let's start typing. So here we're going to have for the card, I'm going to show you from the project that is finished. So here you see those are our cards, and here of course the titles, but the cards are more important. So here we're going to have a top side and a bottom side. The bottom side is essentially the text. For the top side we have two sections, a left and a center and a right side, so left and right. And here we have the text. Here we have three circles or dots, and here the icon. So this is how our services will look like. So let me go here and let's start typing. So our cards here, we're going to have here a top section. So top section, and we know when we have a top section we have a bottom section. So here classes.bottom. So let's start here with the top section. So we have here a span of web development, and then we are going to have here a div of circles. So classes.circles, and here we're going to have three divs. So it looks kind of confusing, guys, I know. So again here classes.circle, and here we're going to have three divs like this, but I'm sure that we can do it in another way. So I can just copy it like this instead of taking everything here to make our component look very weird. And here I can make here const circles is equal to return like this. I can make it, and I should paste it here above. So like this we can do it like this instead of taking everything. So it is going to be a lot cleaner for us. So here I'm going to paste here the circles like this, and then for the top side here we are ready with this section of the top side, but below we're going to have here an icon from remix icon. So we can go here to remix icon. Here we click here on this link here, and the first icon here when we see here is this icon. So in order to search it, which here type code, paste it, and here it is this one with the slash here. So I can click and copy, and we just paste it like this. Okay, so if I go here, if I refresh, we have some error probably. Element is type invalid, expected a string or a class but caught an object. I think it is because we need to make it an arrow function like this. If I make it like this, do I have an error? Okay, we don't have an error, so we fix that instantly. You right now don't see the circles because we need to style them, and you're going to see them. Don't worry about this. Okay, so here we don't see here the icon, and I can tell you instantly why, because here we need to again go to the GitHub and we need to copy a link here. So index.html, and here let me go here. So you see this thing here, you need to copy this thing here. It is the last link here inside the index.html. So you copy this here, you go to the index.html and then they're going to work. So let me close the index.html, and right now we successfully see the icon. Okay, so this for our icon, and for the bottom side I'm just going to paste here some dummy text. So again, warm, click enter, and again I'm going to make it on several lines because it is super long. So you click here, hold Alt. I'm on Windows, so you click here, hold Alt, then you click here, you see how is the cursor here, and then click enter. So like this. So this for our bottom side. Okay, but we are going to have 6 cards. So here I'm going to go here like this, and here I'm going to paste it 5 times because we need to have 6 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, like this. And let's start here with the second card because we have already written the first. So here instead of web development it is going to be web design, and below we're going to have a different icon as you see here. So we have this pencil here. So let's type here pencil together, pencil, and let's copy this one. So click copy that first one, and let's paste it here like this. Okay, then I'm going to close this part. Again, you can close it like this. Then let me see here the next one, which is backend. So here instead of web development I'm going to type here backend, and then for the icon here we have these curly braces. So let me go here and curly, or how I can search them, braces, like this. Okay, braces, and I'm going to copy those. So again, the first, click copy, here paste, and then you see here from the card you can go here like this. Of course I can take them and make them into different component, but I want to show you how we can do it like this. Of course it is better to do them in component actually, but I have done it like this, so don't worry, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, then let me go here. The next one is graphic design. So let me go here to this, here graphic design, and here that icon is this picture here. So let me go here and just search image. So you see this image here, just click again on the first, click copy, and here paste. Okay, and here again go here, let me do it like this, oops, and here from the card horizontally you click here, and you see how short is our component doing this. Okay, we have 2 more left. So the next one is SEO, search engine optimization, SEO. So here SEO, and here for the icon here we have a search icon with this eye here inside. So let me go here, search, or how I can find it. So search eye. Okay, search eye like this, and again click here, copy, and here paste like this, and we have just one left. So when I go here we have the last here, desktop development. So instead of web development, desktop development, and here we have the circles, and then we search again for the remix icon, so desktop, or I can search it like this, so computer, actually not desktop but computer. Go here, click copy, and again paste. So let me go here, and you see right now how are they looking. Of course they don't look as here in the final version because we need to style them. So let me go here to the VS Code again, and let me style them. So here I'm just going to make them, I'm going to leave them like this, and just see one of them to know what exactly we are styling. Okay, so our container here is going to have here a height of 100 VH and width of 100%. Then the wrapper is going to have here a margin top of 2.5 IRM, height of 100%, width of 100%, and padding top of 5 IRM. Then the titles are going to be display of flex, align items of center, and flex direction of column, like this. After the titles, here we have dot subtitle, which is going to be here a color of RGB 192, 183, 183. Then a font size of 22 pixel and font weight of 300. So let me see here how the subtitle is currently looking. Okay, and here of course we need to style the main title for this section. So let me go here to the dot title, and the dot title here is going to receive a color of RGB 132, 120, 120. Font weight of both and font size of 56 pixel. So not font weight but font size. So right now you see how it is looking. Okay, the subtitle and the title, which is of course bolder and a lot bigger than the subtitle. Okay, then here we're going to style the cards. So this div here, which holds all of our cards individually. So this div here we're going to style right now. Let's go. So dot cards are going to be a margin top of 4 IRM, display of flex, justify content of center, align items of center, flex of wrap here, and gap of 5 IRM. Oops. So flex wrap are going to make them go onto the next line when they are bigger. So right now, of course, you see every single card is on the next line, but here we have 3 per row. So we're going to make them 3 per row right now. So card is going to be of width of 25%, border of 1 pixel solid 777 for the cover, then a border radius of 16 pixel, height of 275 pixel, then display of flex, flex direction of column. So you see we're going to make the top and bottom section of column, and lastly here we have overflow of hidden. Right now you see how are they looking. Of course they are right now 3 per row, but we need to style them. So let's start styling them. So here we're going to style first the top section, so like this, and the top section which is composed here of the span and circles and below the icon. So the top is going to be again display of flex, align items of center, justify content of space between. So right now you see how are there. Then we're going to style here the padding of half IRM on top and bottom and left and right of 1.25. Then border bottom of 1 pixel solid 888, height of 25%, background color of this hash color, so type with me hash E4E0E0, and lastly here a cursor of pointer. So okay, you see here the background color, but you don't see the circle, so we're going to style the circles just in a minute, don't worry. Below here the top, we're going to style here the span, so here top and here the span. So the span here is here, you see the desktop development, here the title, and here the circle. So the span here is going to have a font size of 22 pixel, font weight of 300, color of 000, which is basically a black color, display of flex, and align items of center. And you see how they're looking. Of course we need to see the circles, so here dot circles are going to be display of flex, align items of center, gap of 5 pixel, margin left of 18 pixel. Then the individual circle, which is right now, after this we're going to see it, so the individual circle is going to be here of width of 7 pixel height, width and height, background color of white, and border radius of 50%. So right now we finally see the circles. Oops, I want to move my cursor, so we finally see the circles. Okay, after the circles here we're going to style here the icon, so below the circles dot card, then we go to the top and then we style here the eye. So the eye is going to have a font size of 24 pixel like this. And then I want to make the top side here hoverable, so here hover, and I want to change the color to transparent, so basically to our white color. So you see here how we are changing it, but the circles disappear. I want to not have this. So dot top hover, and when you hover the top, I want to change here the circles color. So the background color will be of hash color, of this hash color. So we have already written it. So you click here and let's see the effect that I want to show you. So here when you hover, you see here the circle changes color and this looks very beautiful. Okay, so this is here for the top, and the bottom side here is going to be with the following style. So the bottom side is this text here, which you see here the bottom. So okay, so the bottom is going to receive here margin top of 1.5 IRM, padding of 1.5 IRM top and bottom, and left and right of 1 IRM, then font size of 18 pixel, line height is going to be here of 30 pixel, and lastly here for the bottom color of 666. So when you go here, you see how are they looking? Those cards look very beautiful. So this is for our service. Let me go here to the finish page, and let me go here below the services. Here we have contacts. So the next section and component we need to write is here the contact. So we are ready with the services. Let me close them. Let me close here the public folder, and here let's go here to the contacts. So the contacts here are going to be again a section with the ID of contacts. And here, of course, class name of container, so classes.container. Below here I'm going to have a wrapper class, and let's start typing. So again, here we have a div with the class name of titles, and below the titles we're going to have two titles, again the same thing. So h5 with the class name of subtitle, and the text here is where to find me. Below the h2 below the h5 we have an h2 which is with the class name of title, and here contacts. Okay, so this is for the again for the titles div. Then below the titles div we're going to have here classes.sites, and here for the sites we're going to have again a left side and the right side. So let me first start here with the left side. So the left side here is going to have some cards, so classes.cards, and here again an individual card, so classes.card like this. And here we have inside that card again a span with the font here for the text, and here we need to get the icon again. So here I can type here font, click, copy, paste. You see how simple it is? Okay, and here below the span we have another span with the phone number. So here I'm typing from 1 to 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is for the number. Of course, this is not my number. This is just some dummy number from 1 to 9. Then below this card here, I want to copy it, and here paste it. So here we just change here the email, and here the email is going to be again some dummy email, so gmail@gmail.com, and here we need to get the email icon. So here email, let me get here that mail, the first one, copy, and here paste again, so like this. Okay, so this is for those cards. We have two more left. So classes, I just need to copy them. Okay, so oops, just copy paste, and here we have YouTube, and here the channel name, of course this is my channel name, Web Dev Mania, and here YouTube, click, copy, and paste. So this is for that card, and we have one last card here. So classes.card, I don't know what, I can just paste it. Of course I forgot, so I can just copy and here paste. And here location, and here for the second span is going to be the country that I live in, so Bulgaria. And here I can type here location. Okay, so click, copy, and paste here. Okay, let me see how it is looking. So of course it looks like this because we have not styled it, but before we go to the styling, we have here the right side. So the right side here is going to be here a form, and this form here is going to have here an input of type text, and here placeholder of topic dot dot dot. Then an input here with the email type, and here we have a placeholder. I can just copy it from here. The placeholder is here, your email dot dot dot. Then below here we have a text area, and the text area here is going to be with the placeholder here of message dot dot dot, and I can make it like this, so I can delete this and make it self closing just like the inputs. And lastly here we have a button with the submit type. So this is how you write types, click, and here send. So let me go here to the CSS. Okay, let's split the screen like this and let's start styling. So dot container is going to receive here a height of 100 VH, width of 100%, and a background color of hash color 1721 AG. Then after the container, of course, we have to style the wrapper, which is going to receive here a margin of 0 auto, margin top of 10 IRM, height of 100%, width of 80 pixel, 80% not pixel, percent, and padding top of 6 IRM. Then, oops, we go here to the titles, which are going to have display of flex, flex direction of column, and align items of center like this. Then after the titles here, we need to style the subtitle, which is going to receive here a color of RGB 211, 205, 205. Font size of 20 pixel, font weight of 300. After the subtitle here, I'm going to target the title, which is going to have a color of hash color. So EF, 5. So EF, wait, here I have a mistake. I need to remove that one F. Okay, so like this. Then after this, font weight of bold and font size of 56 pixel. So, oops, let me go here and let me see how it is looking. Okay, of course we need to start here the cards and here the form. So let's start here for the sides. You know, here we have a left and a center side and a right side. So here left and right side. Okay, let's start here with the dot sides, which is the container of them. So dot sides is going to receive a margin top of 5 IRM, display of flex, justify content of space between, and align items of center. So this is for the sites. Then after the sites here, we need to style the cards, which is the dot container here for the individual cards. So let's start. So dot card is going to be display of flex, justify content of start here, and gap of 50 pixel. So this for our card container. Then we style the individual cards finally. So the individual cards are going to be border of 1 pixel, solid FFF, then padding of 1 IRM, height of 150 pixel, width of 240 pixel, border radius of 16 pixel, display of flex, flex direction of column, justify content of space between, gap of 20 pixel, color of white. After the color of white here, we have font size of 22 pixel, cursor of pointer, and here the last style is margin bottom of 60 pixel. So you see how are they looking? We're going to make them on 2 columns and 2 rows just after we finish everything. So don't worry, they're going to look amazing. After the cards here, I'm going to start here the icon, and here the icon is going to be card I, and it's going to have font size of 24 pixel. After this, we're going to start here the card, and here the first child, the span first child. This means that we're going to start this here, and this, and this, and this. So they're going to receive here a text align of center, color of CE, C2, C2, and font size of 19 pixel like this. Oops, that's actually not for the first shout but for the last shout. So here change to from first to last, and here for the first shout, so here span first shout. I was looking for the stars of the last shout, excuse me guys. So here for the first shout, display of flex, justify content of space between, and align items of center. So this is for the first shout, this is for the last shout. So right now you see the last shout is this here, so web dev mania, the Gmail, the phone number, and the location here, the country name I mean, and this is the first shout. So for the first and last shout we are ready. Then we have here a card colon hover, background cover of white, then a cover of hash cover of this cover here, again the background cover that we have here for the container. This is the same cover basically, and then we're going to change here the border cover again to the same blue cover, so it pops up from the IntelliSense because we have already used it here. So this for the hover here for the card. The next here is the form, so let's start here with the form. So dot right here the form, and here display of flex direction of column, gap of 24 pixel, background cover of hash 171E86, then padding of 5 IRM, top and bottom, and left and right of 2.5, and here a border radius of 16 pixels. So let me see how we are progressing. Okay, right now I'm going to make the cards here on 2 rows, so this is how we can make it. So you see here we have 4 cards in total, so I can here make just a div without nothing, just a div here, and here I can remove this here, the last of the div, and paste it here, so like this, and I can make the same for the last 2. So here again a div, remove this here and paste it after the last, so like this. We just wrap them with a div. So let me see, you see how are they looking right now? Just wrapped here the first 2 and the last 2 here with that div. So I'm going to separate them like this. Oops, so you can see how it is looking. Okay, you see here that div and that div, no class name, nothing, just pure div. So right now they're separated and they look beautiful. Okay, so this is for the cards, and here the form. The next is here dot right, here we go to the form, then the input and the text area. We're going to style them simultaneously, the input and the text area like this, and they are going to receive here, and this is a comma if you don't see it, comma, and they are going to have a border of none here, outline of none like this, then background color of transparent, border bottom of 1 pixel solid white, then height of 45 pixel, width of 250 pixel, color of white, font size of 18 pixel, and transition of 150 milliseconds all. Then we're going to start here the text area individually, and I want to remove this thing here. You see here, this thing here, this resize thing here, I want to make the resize to none. So right now, if I refresh the page here, and you see we have no resize, we cannot resize it. Okay, then I'm going to target here the input when they focus, so input colon focus, and they are going to receive here a border cover, so we're going to change the border cover to this hash cover, so CFC7C7, and I want to make a padding left on 0.75 IRM. So if you wonder what is this padding left, what is it going to do, you are going to see. So when I click here, you see how it is going here, this effect here, and we're going to make it for the text area right now. So this for the input, you see I like this effect a lot. Okay, then let's make the exact same here stylings for the text area, so text area focus, and I told you the exact same, so we just copy and paste for the text area focus. Okay, then after the text area focus here, I'm going to target here the button, so just one button. So here right form and then button, so border 1 pixel solid transparent, color of white, background color is going to be of again this cover here that pops up from the IntelliSense, which is that second one, so with the AD that's ending. Then padding of 0.5 IRM on top and bottom, and left and right of 0, width of 8%, margin of 0 auto to center it. So right now you see, if I remove here the 0 auto, it is on the left side, but if I add it back, it is centered. You see the difference, obviously. After the margin 0 auto, here we have a border radius of 10 pixels to round it up a little bit, font size of 20 pixels, cursor of pointer, and lastly here a transition of 150 milliseconds. Oh, and after those stylings for the button, we just make a hover effect. So I can just copy here this, paste it, and here hover. So for the hover effect, the border color is going to be this color here. So I can just copy it, hash color, paste it, then after the border color, hash, paste it, and then background color here of RGB 229, 221, 221. This for everything. So when you go here, you see that hover effect in here, the hover effect here for the cards. I like it a lot. Okay, so this is for the contacts. Let me see here what we have left here. So we have the testimonials and the footer, which is going to be very easy, the footer. And the testimonials is going to be easy too. So we are almost ready with the project. So here, let me go here to the testimonials. Just let me close here the contacts. And here testimonials. And here let's start. So again, a section with the ID here of testimonials. Let me remove this here. Oops. And here we have classes.wrapper. Again, classes.titles. And inside the titles div here, we are going to have again an h5 with the class name of subtitle. And the subtitle, the text of the subtitle is satisfied clients. And below we have the h2. So h2 classes.title, we have here testimonials. Below here we have classes.testimonials container, a div, and inside the div here we're going to have a few things, but before I write those things I want to import them. So here below that import classes, here import image1 from quotes // assets / image1. And I can copy paste it, and here just change the number here 2233. This is it for the images. Then we're going to import here swiper, not swider but swiper, and swiper slide from swiper / react. Then import free mode from swiper, and we need to import swiper / css / free mode. And here import swiper / css like this. Okay, so let's start. Here we have a swiper, and that swiper here is going to have, just let me make it to like this to add some properties. So free mode is going to be of true, then grab cursor is going to be here of true, modules here curly braces, and here square brackets, free mode. Oops, below that modules here we're going to have class name of testimonial. So like this here we type the class name like this, a normal class name, and here slides per view 1, and the last property here is space between of 30. So this for the swiper. Then here we're going to go to the individual swiper slide. So here swiper slide, and here the class name is again a normal class name, testimony, without the s. So here it is a plural form, and here it is a singular form. And here inside the swiper slide, here paragraph with the class name here of description, and again a lorem ipsum. So lorem, click enter, and of course let's make it on a few lines because you see how long it is. Okay, so this is for our description, and then here we have a bottom side. So classes dot bottom, and here for the bottom side we have an image here with the source here of image1. Class name is going to be here of classes.image, and here an inline styling of height 100 pixel. Oh, here I forgot the quote, like this. Okay, and below the image here we just have an h2 with John Doe. So let me go here to the version that we have currently. Okay, so we need to copy this. So copy the swiper slide, paste it, oops, inside the swiper, of course, not outside. So 1 and 2. And only thing that we need to change here is image 2, image 3. And here, I don't know why here I have some error. Wait, I'm just going to revert back here the copy pasting. Here just copy, paste 2 times, and here image 2, image 3. Okay, right now we have no error. So you see how right now are they looking, but of course we need to style them. So let's go here to the testimonials.css and let's start style them. So here of course we split the screen. So dot container here, of course I need to write here class name dot container, so classes dot container, and here the container is going to be a height of 100 VH and width of 100%. Then a wrapper of margin 0 auto, margin top of 2.5 IRM, padding top of 5 IRM, come on, padding top of 5 IRM, here height of 100% and width of 8%, like this. Then we need to style here the titles, so the titles are going to be display of flex, align items of center, and flex direction, you probably guessed, of column. Then we go here to the subtitle. So subtitle is going to receive here a color of RGB 192, 183, 183, font size of 22 pixel, and font weight of 300. Then we need to style here the title. So dot title is going to have a color of RGB 132, 120, 120, then font weight of both, and font size of 56 pixel, like this. So this here for the titles. Of course we need to go here to style the testimonial container and testimonials themselves. So the testimonials are going to have here testimonials container. So testimonials container, this div here, we're going to style it. So margin top of 5 IRM to space it from the titles, display of flex, align items of center, width of 45% and gap of 50 pixel. So you see right now how are they looking here, the free mode. I think this thing here, the floating, is free mode. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's this. So you see how are there. Okay, but we have still some stylings left. So dot testimonial is going to have here width of 100%, display of flex direction of column, gap of 40 pixel, background color of EF, padding of 1 IRM, and here we have border radius of 12 pixel. So here we only style the testimonials but not testimonials. So I can just remove this class name because I'm not going to style it directly. Okay, so this for the testimonial. Then we go here to the dot description, which is this paragraph here. So dot description here is going to have here a font weight of 300, color of 444, font size of 18 pixel, and here margin bottom of 2.5 IRM. That's for the description. Then dot bottom is going to be here of display of flex, justify content of space between to separate it, align items of center to center it, padding of 0 top and bottom, and left and right of 0.5 IRM, and here gap of 30 pixel. So this is here for the stylings. Let me see how it is looking. Okay, it's looking a little bit better, but we still need to style some things. So let's go. Dot bottom, and here the image here. So the image here, border radius of 50%, and here object fit of cover, width of 100 pixel and height of 100 pixel. Okay, like this. and I can remove this inline styling like this. So you select this, Control D, backspace, like this. So this for the bottom image, and here we just have the H2. So the H2 is here with the John Doe text. So font weight of 500, color of 555, and font size of 30 pixel. So you see here right now how it is looking. Okay, those are the testimonials. Then after the testimonials, we just have the footer left. So the footer is going to be very simple. So let's start here with the footer. So let me close here the testimonials. Let's go here to the footer.jsx, class name here, classes.container, and I can make this instead of a div footer because it's more semantically correct. Okay, then here we go to the classes.wrapper, and here we're going to have classes.column. We're going to have here 3 columns, so copy paste here, we have 3 columns exactly, and let's start here with the first one. So H2 with the FAQ, which is frequent asked questions. Here a span with the what services I have, span with the how can you contact me. Oops, then another span here with the text of what currency I accept, and here the last span for the first column, privacy policy. So this for the first column, then the second column here on H2 with the about text, so I can write like this for the text, that little trick. Then a paragraph here with the class name of about paragraph, and here you probably guessed Warem ipsum. So Warem, click enter, and here we have again a Warem ipsum, which is super long again, so you can just make it here on several lines. In this for the second column, and the last column here is again an H2 with the text of contact, and here the div with the class name of icons like this, and here we have 3 icons. So AI outline Facebook, AI outline Instagram, and lastly here AI outline Twitter. So those are the icons, and here we are finished it with the JSX. Let me go here to the styling sheets and let's start styling. So here first I go here to the dot container, here width of 100%, height of 100 pixel, margin bottom of 75 pixel, and margin top of 5 IRM here for the footer. Then dot wrapper is going to receive here a width of 75%, height of 100%, margin of 0 auto. After the margin 0 auto, display of flex, align items of center, and justify content of space between. So GSSB like this, click OK. Then dot column, flex of 1, GF, so display flex, flex direction of column, gap of 12 pixel, and height of 300 pixels. So this with the justify content space between. I like this a lot because it saves you a lot of typing. So JCCB, I'm going to show you another time, and click enter. Okay, so this here, so this means that each column is going to take equal here width. So okay, we have not imported them, so import AI outline Facebook, AI outline Instagram, AI outline Twitter from React icons AI. Okay, like this. And why here I made the height of 100 pixel, which should be 100%, I think. Let me change it to 100%. Yes, 100%, guys. Just change this to 100%. Okay, so we have here typed here the stylings for the column. Then here we go to dot column. Here the span, and here just let me make this a bit more visible. And here the span is going to receive this color and font size of 20 pixel, which are those spans here that we have here. So you see them right now how they look. Okay, then dot column, and here we target here the paragraph with the color of 666, Again, the same color, font size of 18 pixel and line height of 32 pixel. So this for the paragraph here, you see. Okay, after this thing here, we style the about paragraph, which is actually the same thing. I don't know why here I style it individually and then with the class name. So we have another style here, which is max width of 500 pixel. So right now you see how it is looking. Okay, and after this here, we are going to style here the last column. So you know, dot colon last child, and it is going to receive here align items of flex, and so AIFE. Right now you see how it is going here. Okay, you see here right now how it is on the end. Oh, okay, then justify content of flex start, and here dot column last child, and here we start the h2, so the h2 here of the last column, which is going to have margin right of 15 pixel, and this is just for the h2 here. Then we go here to dot column last child, and here we go to the icons. So the icons here are going to receive a display of flex and gap of 10 pixel like this. Oops. And then the icons font size of 36 pixel. So let me see. Okay, they look amazing. Okay, so this is our finished project. You see here how it is, guys. So we can go here, we can navigate when I click like this, and here like this. Okay, guys, this is our whole project. Please subscribe and see you next time. Bye.